Take 7. It is 7:11 in the a.m. on the central timeline. I was thinking that doing this video is silly. However, I think that it's kind of shady to throw one's experiences into the screw it, I made it through it folder. Don't write yourself off. Don't sell yourself short. When you're afraid of something, or not afraid of something, but when something's painful or scary or any of that stuff, and you face it head on and you make it through it, celebrate it, talk about it. Give it some time, but, give yourself some time to really look at the situation after the fact and compare it with the notes in your head during the experience. I want to say that I spent a lot of winters in my life in sub-zero weather, and it never bothered me. It never bothered me. I grew up that way, pretty much. I raised my children the first, into their teens that way. But when you move away from everything that you know and throw yourself into, when you throw yourself into the volcano and you can manage to walk out it's something to talk about. I by no means have walked into it, threw myself into a volcano. Laws, no. M-O-O-N, that spells volcano. But there was a point a week ago today, at this moment, that I crawled out from under 7 covers, 6 blankets, and a weighted handmade quilt with 4 layers of clothes on, including socks, with my husband, to find that the dripping faucets were dripping ice. That video that I took? The morning pain that I usually deal with was like fire. Like a raging fire. And so I was chilling really bad. Like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. It's like throwing somebody with a fever into an ice bath. And I want to say that it was probably a great experience on me physically to a point. And then the spirituality took over. The survival mode took over. When the tears that I was crying during my pain were freezing as they were falling onto my cheeks. I'm not even making this up. It was -2 inside my home. And it was -4 outside, I believe, at that moment when I woke up. It was personally a traumatic, devastating feeling of knowing too much, maybe medically. I don't know. My brain overrided all of those, what I knew and what I had to do. For 12 hours, it was -2 in my house. And I still had it made. Because in my town of 1,500 people, it's unconfirmed, but I've waited a week and I haven't heard any different. And we don't have a newspaper here anymore or anything. But the word was that there were 4 deaths in 1 week. And there has only been 1 death during the whole COVID. And we heard after the first week that this was an experiment, the rolling blackouts. There are many narratives on that. I am still on the fence. I know that the storm created a lot of problems for a lot of people, and there's a lot of sadness and stuff, and they played that a lot on the news, but what they don't show is that, hey, we were 67 degrees yesterday. A week later, and the snow was just a memory, like a nightmare, to some Texans would like to say. But some of the blackouts were because a quarter of our power does come from the wind turbines down on the Gulf, okay? And it was idiocy that they were told to do what they were told to do. And then when they realized it was a mistake, the turbines were freezing up. So there was some unplanned things, and yeah, that could have been a experiment. To what cost? It's still not. They're still not done gathering all that information. And with that said, when these scientists gather all the information, I mean, it would make everything look like a test, wouldn't it? An experiment, whatever. So I don't really want to look at things like that. On a personal level, it was an experience that I overcame. It sucked in many ways, but I see what we're made of, and it makes me feel proud. The people that survived and endured and didn't bitch and wanted to. And I wanted to so bad. And after it was all over, there was a couple days that I was really in my shadow self. I was starting to get moody, angry, all kinds of stuff. My body was changing from the temperatures, and you could call it menopause if you wanted to, but until this past week, I hadn't really had issues with it. However, the crazy weather really stirred it up. It also stirred up a lot of other issues within my body. And so I want to say that it doesn't matter. I mean, it does matter. I'm trying to find the right words. Even when you take care of yourself, it's not just within, it's without. And the outside can affect you. And so, with that being said, as a collective, if everybody could just get on the same page and understand this, I don't know. I'm too hungry to keep talking. My stomach keeps growling. I don't know about y'all, but I'm famished right now. And all I want is an easy over egg to walk to me with a hot cup of coffee. But that's not gonna happen. I gotta get up off my hungry butt and go eat. So I love you.